Hey everyone, Kevin here, and welcome back to my channel. So, I've been seeing a lot of articles online and conversations in general about the career paths Gen Z and Gen Alpha are taking following high school and how that's impacting the way we view education. It's something I really wanted to take a moment to comment on because it's fascinating. Gen Z is being referred to as the Toolbelt Generation because they are deciding to go into the trades by becoming electricians, plumbers, HVAC technicians, and mechanics rather than pursuing traditional college degrees. And my response as a former teacher and highly college educated person, thank God that they're doing that because they should. Last year, I made a video on how college just isn't the only path anymore, and it really seems like that mentality has caught on in the greater public, and for all the reasons you'd expect. College has lost a lot of its relevance in the last 10 years and isn't the gateway to success that it used to be. Getting a college degree now is exorbitantly expensive and often leads to students having to take out tens, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars in loans that they'll be paying off well into their retirement years because of the other issue. Those degrees don't have the utility or staying power that they once did. For decades, going to college was a bit of a no brainer. You'd get that bachelor's or master's degree and find a good paying job in your field that you could reasonably support yourself with. But you can't bank on that anymore. With how bad the job market has gotten, particularly for white collar workers, and layoffs becoming more common all the time, people simply can't rely on their degree finding them that good paying job. It's also why the average age to become a homeowner has risen so sharply into the late 30s and mid 40s. People aren't able to afford them because they can't find those roles with the salary they need to purchase a home. Plus, most college graduates can honestly tell you that their degrees often didn't give them the practical knowledge they needed to hit the ground running when they did get a job. Teachers themselves should tell you that. We got multiple degrees, certifications, and went through the scam that is student teaching, and we're still woefully unprepared for modern classrooms. Oh, yeah, which is where we were teaching those same Gen Z and Gen Alpha students. That unpreparedness, though, along with the job scarcity and crippling level of debt, is leading to this fundamental shift away from seeing higher learning as a necessity and rather just a liability, which is why we arrive at the reality of a tool belt generation like we're seeing now. And I really think we're better off for it. We've had a shortage in the trades for years, and they are typically far more secure career paths than traditional college educated jobs, where layoffs and economic downturns affect them at least at a more disproportionate rate in comparison to, say, welders and carpenters. That shortage, by the way, has come from the decades of systematically removing shop and woodworking classes from high schools and the aging tradesmen from the baby boomers and Gen X retiring. And that scarcity of plumbers and electricians has caused prices to go up for these services. Anyone who actually has been able to afford a home can attest to how much renovation costs have skyrocketed before and since the pandemic. It's why I still haven't done anything about my disaster zone of a backyard, because just laying some simple sod, planting a couple of trees, and laying pipes and sprinklers will cost thousands of dollars just in labor. Many of these people make far more than I ever will with my multiple degrees and years of experience, too. Many tradesmen can make triple digit salaries by their mid to late 20s. And that's why people are starting to see that working with their hands is such a viable and lucrative career path again, and are recognizing college for what it's become, a place of high debt and a lot of promises, with low results and a lack of satisfaction. College has its place for highly skilled people like doctors, lawyers, etc. Absolutely. But the era of people buying into the degree inflation are over, and they're finally evaluating if college is actually the best choice for them. You don't need a master's for an entry level job, despite what anyone says. And my LinkedIn post a year ago about that is still getting comments and is one of my most successful at nearly 250,000 views. I did my best to break this mindset when I was still a teacher, too. I was the coordinator for a college prep program, and I was a bit of a black sheep because even though the stated goals of the program were to get people to go to a 4 year university, I routinely ignored that plan and laid out a path for students to also go straight into a career if they so chose. I still remember one time that I had a flat tire, called AAA roadside assistance, and a guy came out, took care of everything, and was really happy doing it. My partner even pointed that out to me while he was working, and I replied, well, why shouldn't he be? He's doing what he likes to do and is getting paid well for it. Some people like office jobs, and some people just like changing tires. And we need both kinds of people. And I'm proud of Gen Z and Alpha for choosing what's best for them and their futures rather than just buying into the college is necessary to being middle class nonsense that millennials like me were forced to swallow. My partner I just mentioned, she isn't using her degree at all and has tremendous debt from it. My best friend, at best, she's tangentially using her degree. Me, I'm not using my bachelor's at all and barely any of my master's degree. I'm pretty much using just a certificate I got and direct work experience instead because most jobs can be taught while you're doing them. And I'm sure you know plenty of others like that too who did the college path and ended up just not really pursuing what they studied and still had to pay off the loans they took to do it. I'm not saying college is bad, please don't take it the wrong way. I'm saying that it isn't the best path for everyone, and it's pleasing that people are filling roles they're best suited for and which allow them to eventually purchase a home and start a family if they wish to. Happiness is in short supply these days, and I always encourage people to seek it when they can, especially when it relates to what they're going to be committing 30 or 40 years of their lives to. Parents, please don't look down on your kids for not choosing college and taking a job as an electrician or wind turbine worker either. They'll probably be making more money than you before you know it. Well, guys, thanks for listening, and I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you did, please click the like and subscribe button or ring the bell to get notified when I post something new. It really helps getting these videos out there, and I greatly appreciate it. For now, though, I've been Kevin, and I will see you in the next video.